yeah, we'll probably be seeing the Rob for this matchup. And I don't disagree with this. Crabby is going to be a little bit defensive, to put it nicely. So that might come into play. They did ban, so that's why game 1 will now be on Town and City and not PS2. And this will be an interesting matchup to say the least. Both of these players are pretty good at just really slowing the pace down when they need to, with them pushing a really strong offense. Symphony especially has really strong advantage state once he gets going. So let's see how that goes. Thankfully, Rob has very solid recovery options. They can super mix that up, so doesn't have to worry too much about getting edge guarded, which is a thing that Pit is really good at. Avoiding the up tilt there. And yeah, a lot of this matchup is going to be Symphony staying grounded, besides going for Nair, because Nair and down tilt are just two really good options. Nice wait from Crabby there, but an unfortunate outcome at the end of that. Yeah. So Symphony's gonna have to be a little careful off stage, because yeah, this is a very scary position to be in against Pit. But finds his way back on stage, goes for a spike. It wouldn't have killed regardless, but damage is damage. Yeah. So yeah, by this point, Symphony's not super looking to actually take damage, but is looking to avoid damage. I think it would kind of be nice if Crabby used Orbiters whenever Symphony was running halfway across the screen, because that is a slightly choreographed way to say, I'm going to throw Gyro, or I'm going to throw Laser, and, if he's half screen away anyways, what are you going to do? He's, yeah. Ooh, wow. So Orbiters preventing up air from working there, that's a little odd, since generally speaking with Orbiters, you want to hit, like, the toes of Dark Pit. But, in this situation, it actually didn't work out in Symphony's favor. The up air just didn't work. Gets hit by the get up attack there. Was definitely looking to just roll, or read a roll out, and maybe go for a side B, which might have killed from that percent. Yeah, lots of down tilt. There, Orbiters, good. Orbiters are an insanely good defensive option that Pit has, so obviously throwing those out whenever you're not super close to your opponent is really nice. Manages to find something off of that weak hit from the ledge down there. Oh, almost fell out of the Dark Pit in there. Yeah, Symphony is definitely just waiting for those moments where Crabby stays on the ground for just a bit, because Crabby eventually does have to be on the ground, and when those moments come, Nair is definitely the option to fire off. Unfortunately, the grab whiffs there, getting hit by with a Nair, or a spot dodge down smash, and another death. So Crabby has taken the lead for, I think, the first time this set. And yeah, by this point, Symphony just needs to get a kill before Crabby can really get stuff going. Nice, just at the side B there. With Town and City's very lower blast zone, it is very hard to get yourself killed for doing extended side B as Rob. So going for that was a very good way to cover basically everything, since it was very unlikely that Crabby was going to have to wait that long, even with all those jumps and the very good recovery. Supposed to find his way back on stage. Almost dies to that up smash. Another one of those will definitely be doing it. F throw, barely not doing it, but yeah, by this point, Symphony is very much just at risk of anything will do it, yeah. So, Crabby takes game 1 despite a slightly convincing lead from Symphony at the start of that game. And Aiden breaking out the main, or Symphony breaking out the main of King DDD. And they ran back to town. So hopefully this will work out a bit better for Symphony. Definitely can't, zone and box out as well, but definitely gonna be much more threatening once he gets in and gets to do this stuff. But as you can see, Crabby is doing his patented gameplay, as it would seem, of running away. So there's that. Ooh, rolls back, or rolls out. Doesn't manage to fall for the terrifying trap that King Dedede can lay oftentimes. And yeah, this is just generally how it goes. The option coverage is pretty standard from Symphony. He generally likes to cover one or two options very solidly. But usually everything is covered in some aspect. It's just a matter of whether or not he's ready for him. I mean, but this is reason there's not too much to say. I wish I had another commentator with me right now to fill the dead space a bit better. Yeah, Symphony is just trying to use the jumps as to the best of his ability. Yeah, eventually had to re-grab a ledge there, and that's just going to be a down air. Or a down smash. Wow! Landing there, managing to kill there. Crabby got a bit greedy, firing that aerial attack off. And by this point, when King Dedede has a lead, it can be a little annoying to take a stock like that. So we'll see how this goes. Not inhaling any of the arrows on Symphony's behalf, but I think that's sort of smart. Another one can just get fired off, and you're probably not going to get hit. And wow, I just realized Crabby did not take a single bit of damage between his stock being lost and Symphony's stock being lost. So by all measures, an even game. And with Crabby playing this way, it's probably a slightly uphill battle for Symphony. Not but yeah, Symphony has to start finding hits here, and that's another get up attack. I think Symphony just needs to realize that whenever Crabby just misses those misses attack, he's just gonna go for a get up attack every time. And yeah, the Gordo approaches are a little difficult, just given Crabby's use of orbiters. Wow, orbiters did not, get beaten out by the up air there. Very good landing option for Crabby and Dark Pit. But sorry, I'm not saying too much. A lot of this is going on in my head, but by all accounts, Symphony can definitely be the one to take this next stock here. There it is, yeah. Conditioning there for the up tilt. Ooh, the arrow hitting there very early for King Dedede, so Dedede was able to hit it after the arrow hit and still fire the Gordo out. And this is more of what I want to see from Symphony. A lot of these inhales. And the dash attack clipping to kill at 81 after the hit. Goodness gracious, Symphony, you are a madman. So that brings it to 1-1, and we'll be seeing a game 3 here. So that will be something, for sure. Probably will be seeing the same characters by this point. I don't think Crabby plays anybody else, and yeah, we'll be going into a game 3 of Dark Pit versus King Dedede. And I didn't see what stage I picked. FD, because we do have MDSR, so yeah. And it's interesting to see Crabby go off stage like that. I don't think he really had to. I think that was a fairly committal option that I don't quite agree with. As for FD as a counter pick, I really don't like it here. I guess you do die off the sides not as quickly compared to Town and City, but that applies to any stage compared with Town and City. So not going to be fun. And yeah, this is Symphony Advantage State. So this is the inhale. Ooh. I think that was supposed to be a back air instead of a landing there. But and I have to go commentate, so oops. Or I have to go play, so oops.
Talk now, it's anyone's game. Ooh, missed that up smash. Trying hard, trying for the back air. No, Symphony living though. Up here through the platform. Good strat from Symphony. It won't work from that distance. Gordo barely got any of that shield. A little bit that time though. Dash attack and he kills. That is going to be it. Crabby with the upset over Symphony. A good, so upsetting two big names in a row, Maverick and now Symphony. So Crabby will now face the